yo.
You're in the mix.
The world's finest, man. DJ.
It's the Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show on YouTube. Every Wednesday and Saturday evening. And we don't miss a beat.
Oh my God. Shut the front door.
What?
We keep it real. We keep it simple. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Big Rich here, Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show here on YouTube. Hump day once again. Here it is, Wednesday. Yes, we on time. So for all you people who had bets that y'all hit me on Twitter earlier this week, I like to say bump y'all, and I hope y'all end up broke. I'm gonna send y'all home to the pole house broke, messing around with me. Remember, I said we're gonna try to do this on time for 30 days. That's a lot of shows. That's big for us, but we're gonna try to do what we can do. So welcome everyone. We're back in the building, bigger than ever, trying to do what we can to make this world a better place. Trying to make it do what we do what it do, baby. You know, that's how we do here. First and foremost, before we get into anything, please share this to your social media platforms, your Facebook, your Black Spot, your Twitter, and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Each one, teach one. That's what we try to do. I like and share somebody else's stuff. They like and share my stuff. And we move around. We chop up game across media platforms, and we keep it moving. That's how you start and maintain an empire, really. You know, basically, it's putting the right knowledge, putting the proper knowledge in people's hands to give them the best opportunities they can to prosper. You know what I'm saying? Period. To do something for yourself. There are so many people who are held back because of the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, their religious preference or non-religious preference. You know what I'm saying? The lack of opportunities, that type of stuff right there. So it is up to us to make sure that when we have a platform, and this is a very small platform, I'm trying to build it, but try to use whatever means you have, whatever platform you have to uplift and educate others. So that's what we're trying to do. So let's go over our social media platforms and addresses. Twitter, as usual, capital B, capital R, live on the mic. Our email address is bigrichlivonthemic@gmail.com. Our website is www.bigrichlivonthemic.com. YouTube, we're here. You know how it is. Big Rich Live, at Big Rich Live on the mic. Black Spot and Facebook, the same thing. Blackspot.com, Facebook.com/Big Rich Live on the mic. Check us out. Like, share, subscribe to all our media platforms. Don't be left in the dust. If you look right about here, a little bit further down, sorry, I'm blocking myself up, but there is a symbol that looks like a bell. If you hit that, which will turn it red, you will then be notified every time we have a show that we uploaded. That'll help you not have to wait or come to the site and think that it's up and it's not up. You feel me? So if you can go ahead on and press that, I greatly appreciate that. Now, the subject we're going to talk about is basically just one subject. They've been in the news real hard here lately, and I've gotten so many requests of my opinion, and going from the tweets and retweets and back and forth on Twitter the last couple of days, I decided, you know what, we'll go ahead and discuss it. So we're going to talk about Fox News, right? The conservative den of decadence and ignorance and bigotry. Unfortunately, that's just basically what it is. More so than Fox News, deeper in there is Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity, them ilk. Megyn Kelly and that other slewfoot chick, I can't remember her name, both of them now. Megan is on Good Morning America, I want to say, or that part, and then the other one, she has a weekend show. I can't remember her name, but they all are the same ilk. Just because you left Fox News and now you on MSNBC, CNN, ABC does not change the fact that you're a bigot. But Fox News, it's funny. I was listening to the Ted Koppel interview of Sean Hannity, right? And anybody who is anybody, especially my age, right? Before that, you grew up before the internet, you got all of your news from 3 channels originally: ABC, CBS, NBC. Then later on, Fox came on, then the CW, and then you had cable, and it all just exploded, right? I know Ted Koppel. If you're my age or older, and I would say maybe a little younger, you know Ted Koppel, and you was brought up watching Ted Koppel on, these various news shows, and you know that he has a very good reputation. Well, I don't know if it was last week. I think it was either early last week or late the week after that. He had interviewed Sean Hannity, right, from Fox News Channel. And he basically told Hannity on not too certain terms that he was a bigot and that he was horrible for America. And you could see it through Sean Hannity back, because Sean Hannity is not used to hearing that type of venom, that type of vitriol from somebody who he probably worshipped, if you will, and followed and looked up to, and maybe Ted Koppel and people of his ilk, the Wolf Blitzers, these type of things that have been around for so long, and they grew up watching them, and maybe they gave them the motivation of coming. So he was definitely taken back. Plus, Sean Hannity is not used to other white people of prominence, if not more prominence, that are in his field, basically speaking truth to him. And you could see his face. He was taken aback. And what's wild about that is Ted Koppel did not let him bully him. Ted Koppel was basically like, this is my show. So you're not going to out-talk me. You're not going to loud-talk me. You said what you had to say. I said something, and I'm going to explain why I said it. And he basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, you guys have millions and millions and millions of people who view and follow your various platforms, your various news and media shows all day. And you have, through racism, bigotry, ignorance, and just basically a narcissistic view of life, you have gotten rid of, I'm trying to use his words, but you have subjugated news for ideology. You just blatantly lie, omit, and whitewash and reaffirm stereotypes which have long been abolished and are wrong. I didn't watch anything after that. It was just a clip. And people know me. I don't watch Sean Hannity. I don't watch Bill O'Reilly. I feel that we all have a certain amount of time here on this earth. And I choose to use my time listening and learning from people who are inclusive and about the truth, the ugly truth, the real truth. Even when people that look like me and people who don't look like me want to bring up some of the ratchetness, some that African Americans have gone through, some of the drug abuse and all of that type of stuff, that's bad. Now, it's different. I mean, not different. There is a reason, and a lot of that stuff has been forced upon them, but it's still something that's there. So you have to talk about it. And, I feel that way. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that. But if you just going straight up lie and whitewash and whitewash history and stuff like that, I have a problem with it. I have a problem with, you have Bill O'Reilly. Let me tell you something. This man has had 5 lawsuits within the last, in the 2000s. Let's just give him the 2000s. Let's say last 17 years. Fox News and their parent company, 20th Century Fox, have paid these women in excess of $13 million of their money because they said that he was sexist, racist, that type of stuff right there. I don't know if he touched them. I don't know what type of advances or anything like that. But it just lets you know that the dollar bill will pretty much trump everything else except for race. Because let me tell you something. If you are a man of color or a woman of color, and even though you bringing in that type of bread, step out of line. They're going to squash you and they're going to get the next person to come in. And let me tell you something. Bill O'Reilly, I don't think he, is all that. I mean, I don't like him personally. I think he's a bigot. Matter of fact, I know he's a bigot. But he ain't the best cat in the world. He's not. Nowhere near it. He's not an investigative journalist. He's not somebody who is spewing facts. He's not somebody who is telling both sides of the coin. He's not that type of person. So I truly believe that they get rid of Bill O'Reilly. It's not going to take them that long for them to come and have another clown that looks just like him and acts just like him. It's going to make the same amount of money. But there's all skeletons in the closet. Bill O'Reilly ain't the only one. Sean Hannity ain't the only one. Robert Ayers, I think that's that fool's name. He ain't the only one that's feeling on women and having and demanding sexual favors in that building. Are you crazy? You always ask yourself, or you should always ask yourself, why isn't this person gone? When I used to work for the police department, sometimes you used to ask yourself, why is this particular person, how did this person get promoted? How is this person still on the force? How did this person get this position? Sometimes, without being a conspiracy theory, sometimes you got to be like, well, shit, maybe this particular person has something on somebody. Maybe this person knows the skeletons. He knows where Jimmy Hoffa's body is buried, that type of stuff, using an analogy. So Fox News has brainwashed a segment, the segment of money, right? Because if you look at the cradle of money, it is dominated by older white men. That is the demographic for Fox News. You like pretty women, pretty long women. They don't like voluptuous women. You know what I'm saying? The old white man type thing is real thin, real skinny, nice little poochy little booty, nice little breasts, long blonde hair, that type of stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? That is their MO. That's what it is. And then you want them as dumb as a box of rocks. Or if they're not dumb, you want them to be capitulate, obedient. I'm going to have you spill, just like you had that chick a couple of weeks ago talking about the Secret Service should kill Snoop Dogg on the parody he did. Now, I would ask her, well, hold on. First of all, this is freedom of speech. He didn't threaten the president. The president wasn't there. He didn't use a real gun. It was a prop. What did you say when all the people were hanging Barack Obama for the last 8 years? What was you saying then? So 6 in one hand, half dozen other. My thing is, and I'm not saying that it is exclusive, that type of behavior is exclusive to conservatives, because it's not. Or exclusive to Fox News, because it's not necessarily not. Democrats and liberals, they two-faced it also. But the degree of two-facedity, I know that's not a word, but the degree to that is night and day. It's like Fox News and the conservative media, the GOP, they are professionals, while the liberals and Democrats, they not in the beginning phase, but they're in the intermediate phase. You follow what I'm saying? But it's a stark difference. But getting back to Fox News, we was going back and forth in Twitter, and one of the Twitter folks has said that it's almost like Fox News and the GOP have an impenetrable bubble and around all of these people. And I agree with that 90%. I just feel that the 90% is, yeah, look at all of these people that they have that believe everything they say. I remember seeing a white woman. She was older, and she was saying, I believe it because Bill O'Reilly said so. He can't lie, or Sean Hannity can't lie about that. They're on the news. Excuse me? How about this? Like I've said this on a couple of shows before. How about this? Why don't you go and try to fact check anything that they say? How about that? How about that? You know what I'm saying? And let the chips fall where they may. If it's a situation where you find out that they're true, that they're telling the truth, and they're telling the truth. But I guarantee you, 95% of the time, everything that Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, Glenn Beck, even though he's no longer with Fox, Tommy Lauren, even though she's no longer with the Blaze, but that's a side note. Watch that chick because she dumb as a box of rocks. She has no formal education to do what she's doing. She fact checks nothing, but she's a pretty, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, real slim, short white woman. She will land on her feet. Right now, I don't know what she's doing in the Blaze. I don't know what she's doing after she got, quote-unquote, fired from the Blaze. She probably just sitting around there because she have a non-compete clause because they probably still paying her, keeping her off. But let me tell you, behind the scenes, she going to get someone. Now, I wouldn't suggest she go over to Fox because somebody going to try to cop for that. Somebody going to try to maul that, okay? But that's off on a little side. And let's get back to Fox News and what I feel that. When I said the 10% that I don't agree with is that. Sorry about that. I got to call him. I'll call him back. The 10% that I don't agree with is that the power brokers, the white males that follow Fox, those are the ones who were in bed with the Roger Ailes, with the Rupert Murdochs. They go to the same functions, the parties. They're in the same groups. You know, they pool their money together. So they not brainwashed. They part of the brainwashing. But the fact of the matter is you have, I think their views is anywhere between 10 and 18 million if you average it every day. You know, with the O'Reilly factor getting the most, and Sean Hannity is close. I don't remember what Megyn Kelly got, stinking ass, but I don't know what she got. But those were like the top 3 dogs on there, right? So you have a situation where they just being brainwashed. The other people, the fact that the two biggest things, you know, people who are religious say that the biggest con that the devil did was to convince people that he wasn't alive. You know, that's for my religious people. The biggest con that the 1%, the older white males with the money, the powers that be, did is to convince people who look like them to vote against their own interests because of the color of somebody else's skin. That's basically that is. So that whole Fox News thing, and you know, let me tell you something. Because I'm going off on a little diatribe, and I'm trying to keep this show on track and try to keep it, you know, the normal length. The wild thing about me is all growing up, I never knew anything about Fox News. Like even when cable came in and Fox News burst on the scene, I never knew about that. And because I just wasn't really into politics and that type of stuff there. Then when I got older, I heard something about Fox, but I never correlated that with, let's just say, now FS1 with Undisputed and fat boy, I can't remember his thing there. Speak for Yourself. You know, then before that, you go to which I still feel is the best morning Sunday football show. Is actually on Fox. I've stopped watching it because it is a subsidiary of Fox News. You follow what I'm saying? But you have a whole almost impenetrable bubble where people believe anything coming out their face, anything that they say, just because they say it, oh, they can't lie to me. They have my best interest at heart. What I said on Twitter and what I'll say here, ending this up, is they do not have your best interest at heart. And they will. Now, okay, some people say that they will destroy this country. I don't think that. I think there's enough of us to stop that. But they're going to bring it to the brink. I think that it's going to get a lot worse before it starts getting better. I'm thinking that a lot of people is going to realize what Fox News, Sean Hannity, and Bill O'Reilly and people of their ilk has contributed to the rise of Donald Trump, the rise of the GOP, the rise of the Tea Party, these type of people right here who only give a damn about themselves. And my thing is this: if the Tea Party likes limited government, if they don't want abortions and they don't want integration and all that, that's fine. Carve you out a little thing, the Steve Kings, the Louis Gomers, these racist bigots, ignorant neocons. Carve you out a little thing there and stay over there. Stay over there. Let everybody else do what needs to be done. Because, see, these people here are short-sighted. They're thinking with their wallets. They're thinking with their eyes, looking at the color of people's skin, and entitlement that is, in my opinion, not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about the Fox News. I'm going to be watching it closely. I think this is not over. I think there's going to be a lot more lawsuits coming, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay? So that's the end of this show. Thank you for your time. In the meantime, to be in the between time, stay blessed, stay safe, stay woke. Peace, and I'm out of here.